Before we get into which radio harness is better, it's worth understanding where these things even came from. The radio chest harness, it wasn't invented for firefighters or even SAR teams. It actually grew out of vertical rescue and caving systems where climbers were using simple chest rigs to stabilize ascenders and keep their posture while they were prussicking. As portable radios became common in the 70s and 80s, responders started modifying those climbing style rigs to carry their comms gear, giving them that hands-free access in dynamic environments. By the 90s and early 2000s, companies like Rescue Technologies, they were producing dedicated harnesses built for durability and simplicity, which made them quickly a staple in wildland fire work and ICS work. And in the last decade, brands like Team Wendy have pushed the design forward with MOLLE compatibility and cable routing and integration for modern devices. Today, the radio chest harness, it isn't just a pouch anymore. It's really become part of a responder's full kit. Today, we're going to compare two radio harnesses that have been with me through wildfire deployments, long teaching days, and just a whole lot of general miles that I've put on both these things. So the Team Wendy radio harness, it's modern, modular, and built for today's comms environment. And my old Rescue Technologies chest harness. It's a whole lot lighter, more streamlined, and honestly still one of the simplest rigs I've ever used. These two harnesses come from completely different design philosophies. One is minimalist and one is feature rich. And depending on your mission, really either one could be the right tool. The Rescue Tech harness, this is the definition of old school simplicity. It's light, it's compact, it's streamlined, and it's built around the idea that a radio harness should hold, well, a radio, possibly two, and maybe a notebook and a pen. That's really it. No frills, no extra bulk, no complicated adjustments. Now compare that to the Team Wendy radio harness. Team Wendy clearly designed this thing for modern responders who are running bigger radios, body-worn devices, push-to-talks, GPS units, and all of the accessories that come with today's comms workflows. It's definitely bulkier. It's a lot more structured, and it has a whole lot more features, and it's just built to integrate with the rest of your kit, whether that is if you're running it with different packs, maybe armor, hydration carriers, whatever it is that you're running along with this thing. Both of these things are from two different eras and clearly two different missions. So let's start with the Rescue Tech harness. Because it is so light and streamlined, it's actually really comfortable, and especially for short deployments or short teaching days where I don't need to carry all that much, this thing was really, really well. On wildfire deployments, I appreciated how little extra weight it added to me. When you're hiking and you're climbing over debris or working in the heat, every ounce starts to matter. But the trade-off on this is its stability, because it's so minimal, it can bounce around a whole lot, or even just if you're moving aggressively. And depending on your pack setup, it can kind of get pushed around a bit. Now, if we compare that to the Team Wendy harness, this I would say is basically the exact opposite of that. It's heavier, it's bulkier. I mean, you feel it when you put this thing on, but once it's on, it pretty much stays put. You can see how much larger the strap that goes across your back is to help hold it in place. Now, especially on wildfire deployments, that mattered. Or when I'm teaching and moving around and demoing gear, bending down and lifting equipment, the Team Wendy does a pretty good job when compared to the Rescue Tech at just staying in place. The trade-off is really simple. The Rescue Tech is lighter, but moves more. And the Team Wendy is heavier, but is a pretty stable platform. Your Rescue Tech harness, this is kind of using your basic elastic and Velcro. It works, it's simple, it's fast, but because of the pocket system it uses, the retention you get on everything is really minimal. So you don't get the same level of security. And although it's probably not a deal breaker for most people, I will tell you that this couldn't hold the BKR 5000 radio. So if you are looking at harness for wildfire use, it's definitely something you have to consider. Team Wendy, this gives you a modern tactical retention system. It's covered in MOLLE. It's secure, it's adjustable, and it's designed for one-hand access even under stress. On deployments, this really made a huge difference because if you do need your radio and you need it now, you don't want to have to be fishing for it or kind of struggling to get it out. And when I'm working, or more so when I'm running a class, I'm constantly pulling the radio out to coordinate with the other instructors, and the Team Wendy really makes that easy. I think this is where the Rescue Tech harness really kind of shows its age. It's light, it's streamlined, yes, but that's because it doesn't hold much. You get 2 radio pockets that aren't even really pockets. They're kind of just straps that form a web around the radio, and then this small admin pocket. And that's about it in the place for a pen. There's no cable routing. There's no dedicated mic management. There's no really any extra space for modern accessories. Now, if you're running a really basic and simple setup, it's perfect, minus the vertical orientation, which puts the majority of antennas in your face. And if you're running anything more complex, then you hit its limits really fast. The Team Wendy, on the other hand, this was built for modern comms and operations. You get cable routing. In fact, this was the first, and I think still is the only radio harness to offer cable routing. So you can just put them through the harness, which allows you to have some mic management. And this thing has got several accessory pockets, including what is a dedicated map pouch in the back. And it's a really cool design. And I ended up putting some other stuff in there that I wanted easy access to, and then some paperwork and some basic medication storage. But it also has the space for larger radios. It's got space for backup batteries. It's got elastic on the inside to help organize stuff. It's got a spot for your GPS, for your phone. It's bulkier, absolutely, but that's because it does a whole lot more. Both harnesses are durable, but in very different ways. So with the Rescue Tech, it's super lightweight materials. It's got very simple stitching and pretty minimal structure. It's certainly not fragile by any stretch, but it's about as analog as it gets, which is its strength. And you have to just kind of accept the fact that this was built for simplicity and speed. On the other side of the house, the Team Wendy, you're getting modern materials. So you're getting the laser cut MOLLE, and it's a blend of basically reinforced stitching, structured panels, and like all things Team Wendy, a very professional finish, which is why for both my bump and ballistic helmets, I use Team Wendy. I think the Rescue Tech excels at deployments and activities where weight and minimalism really matters. Like, teaching days where I may only need a radio and a notebook, or even for some sort of, quick deployment, like a light search and rescue operation, or even for a comms only role. It's the grab and go harness. It's the, I don't need much today harness. And it's the, let's just keep it simple harness. I think the Team Wendy excels at deployments where you need stability and organization. Like when I'm doing the wildfire stuff, especially when I'm functioning as the team lead paramedic on the rope rescue team, I have a lot going on in that role and a lot of responsibilities in that role. And this did an excellent job for me. Or if I'm teaching and I'm coordinating a class and I'm running our private comms, but I also have to have a facility radio with me as well. And I'm trying to carry the student rosters and things like that. And any sort of, serious search and rescue deployment, or really any scenario with multiple devices or accessories, it's the, I need capability harness. It's the, I need stability harness. And it's the, I'm running modern comms with all the accessories that comes with it harness. So here's the truth, as best as I can put it. Both harnesses have earned their place with me. The Rescue Tech harness, it's lighter, it's simpler, it's a whole lot more streamlined. It's perfect for minimal setups and quick deployments. The Team Wendy harness, you will feel it if you get one. It is heavier and bulkier. There's no ignoring that, but it's also far more capable. It's built for modern radios, modern accessories, and modern field work. If you're doing wildfire deployments or search and rescue or technical rescue, or even teaching with a full comm setup, the Team Wendy is probably the better tool. If you're doing quick deployments or running a lightweight setup, even if you're just doing some like off-road and overlanding stuff, then probably the Rescue Tech would be my pick. Two different tools, two different missions, both still very relevant. So guys, if you've used either of these harnesses, or if you've got a different favorite setup of your own, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Share the knowledge with everyone. I love seeing what other setups people are running, especially other responders, because it gives me ideas of how I might want to change my stuff. So I know there have been some people that kind of been getting on me, and we finally did a gear review, and I hoped you liked it because I think we're going to do several more. If you have certain things you want a gear review done on, we'll do our best to do it. I'm going to get Rich and Nick to do some of their gear setups as well, so you can get some different opinions, even just amongst the rant instructors. And I also, before I go, just want to put out there, we've gotten 2 training requests now, one from Ohio, one from Pennsylvania, guys seeking training from us. They are both established public safety organizations, and we are looking to get funding for their training. Rant is in the process of obtaining our 501c3 nonprofit status. If anybody who out there watches this, owns a business, has a connection, and you guys are looking to make a donation, obviously the IRS will post date or backdate our nonprofit status. So it will be tax exempt or reimbursable once we are approved. So it is in the works. If you have any connections for that, we're trying to get funding to get these guys the training that they want. Unfortunately, it does add up pretty quickly though. So if you have any connections to that, or even can make a donation yourself, shoot me an email first, taylor@rantstrategies.com, and we can kind of talk about how we'll take care of that. So guys, with that, lots more to come. We'll see you on the next one. Be safe.
There's a guy stuck in the elevator shaft. We gotta go get him. I got him.
Yeah. More strategies in the building. Tactical mind, stay ready. Let's go! Yeah. We ain't just talking, we live what we teach. From the breach to the breach, every lesson is elite. Comms tight, shots right, but that's only the start. Cause tactical medicine, man after heart. We the crew you call when the stakes get heavy. Pressure on scene, but the hands stay steady. Rescue mindset, every second we're calculating. Life on the line, no time for hesitating. No, R-A-N-T, yeah we train with a purpose. Tactical rescue, tactical med, all service. From the team